If you are here today, it is not by chance. Something inside you has been changing, even if you can't fully explain it. There are moments when the body begins to react in strange, intense ways, almost impossible to ignore, and yet you feel that none of it is random. It's as if a dormant part of you is awakening in silence, rearranging your energy, your perception, and the way you see your own existence. Many people go through this process without understanding what is happening, believing it is just fatigue, stress, anxiety, or some confusing phase in life. But the chosen, those who are going through a real expansion of consciousness, realize that something deeper is taking place. The body begins to show signs of transformation, revealing that a spiritual change is underway long before the mind can comprehend it. This awakening is not gentle. It stirs your senses, changes your sleep, your mood, your appetite, and even the way you experience the world around you. And if you are facing all of this, you are probably going through one of the most important periods of your journey. The moment when your old energy stops sustaining who you are becoming, and your new frequency begins to take control. And before we continue, let me introduce myself. I'm George, and my mission is to help you understand this process with clarity, peace, and awareness. If this topic resonates with what you've been experiencing, follow the channel and stay with me. Your journey is just beginning, and you don't have to go through it alone. When a chosen one awakens, the body is the first to register that change, even before the mind can understand what is happening. This is because spiritual transformation is not just an elevation of consciousness. It involves a complete upgrade of the energetic, emotional, and even biological structure. It's as if a new level of light began to circulate within you, requiring the body to adapt, reorganize, and release everything that no longer aligns with the version of you that is emerging. That's why many experience sudden energy fluctuations. One moment you're vibrant, inspired, full of clarity. The next, you feel drained, exhausted, without the strength to even get out of bed. There seems to be no logic, but there is a reason. Your system is learning to carry a level of spiritual intensity greater than what it could handle before. It's as if you were now operating at a much higher voltage, and the body is trying to keep up the best way it can. These fluctuations are not failure. They are adjustment. Your energy field expands unevenly in the early stages, and that puts pressure on muscles, mind, and the nervous system. Sometimes you wake up feeling years lighter, younger, as if you were reborn during the night. Other times you wake up with such deep fatigue that it feels like you're carrying an invisible weight. All of this is part of the integration process, and the more you accept it, instead of resisting, the faster your body learns to align. Another very common aspect is increased sensitivity. Your senses become sharper, as if a fog had lifted, and you began to perceive the world more vividly. Sounds become louder. Other people's emotions begin to be felt, almost like waves. Noisy places become exhausting, and even smells and tastes hit differently. It's not an exaggeration. Your nervous system is being recalibrated, and it becomes capable of perceiving nuances that previously went unnoticed. This hypersensitivity can seem like a burden at first, especially when you find yourself in heavy or crowded environments. Situations that once felt normal begin to generate agitation, anxiety, or discomfort. But in truth, this is a gift. You're learning to immediately detect what nourishes you and what had been draining you without your awareness. Now, you know. Now you feel. Now you choose with consciousness. That same sensitivity affects your relationship with food. The body begins to reject things you used to consume normally because they no longer support your new vibration. Some foods cause fatigue, brain fog, or irritation. Others make you feel light, inspired, centered. You're not becoming picky. You're becoming awake. Your body simply no longer accepts what lowers your energy. All of this can feel confusing, frightening, or intense, especially when no one around you understands what you're going through. But these signs are not symptoms of something wrong. They are evidence that your spirit is taking command of your experience. It's the beginning of a profound change that involves not only consciousness, but also physical, emotional, and energetic transformation. If you are going through this, know this: something greater is happening within you. It is not weakness. It is evolution. As the awakening progresses, the body continues to reveal increasingly clear signs that something deep is being restructured. Many chosen ones go through intense changes in sleep patterns, sometimes sleeping too much, other times completely unable to close their eyes, even when desperately needing rest. This kind of irregularity happens because the mind is receiving massive amounts of energetic information, and the body is trying to keep up with this new flow. It's common that, upon lying down, you feel internal agitation, similar to electricity running through your body. This energy is not imaginary. It's real, moving like waves along the spine, chest, hands, and feet. It's what many call active spiritual energy, and it arises when the nervous system begins to conduct higher vibrations. Sometimes this intensity accumulates in certain parts of the body, creating pressure, heat, or discomfort. These areas are energetic centers opening. You may also experience vivid dreams, spiritual visitations, sensations of presence in the room, geometric visions, lights or patterns appearing as you fall asleep or wake up. These experiences aren't always comfortable, but they are part of the process of expanding your perception. Your field is becoming more open, and because of that, you perceive things that were previously beyond your sensory capacity. Another strong change is in appetite and metabolism. At times, you might feel an intense hunger, as if nothing is enough. At others, you may feel total aversion to food, as if your body simply refuses any intake. This isn't an illness. It's the body alternating between moments of deep cleansing and moments of energetic rebuilding. It tells you what it needs. You just need to listen. Many chosen ones also experience unexplained physical discomforts, such as muscle pain, tension, tingling, chest pressure, palpitations, or a sensation of internal heat. Medicine often finds no cause because the origin is energetic, not pathological. When your vibration rises, your body must release old toxins, stored memories, emotional blockages, and physical traumas accumulated throughout life, sometimes even from past lives. And perhaps the most challenging aspect, emotional instability. You may swing between deep joy and intense sadness. You may cry for no reason. You may get irritated easily, or feel such profound compassion that it hurts. These emotions are not out of control. They are being purified. Spiritual awakening illuminates old layers that need to be released to make room for the new consciousness being born within you. And yes, all of this can feel overwhelming. But remember, none of this is breaking you. It is opening you. Your body is not failing. It is awakening. As spiritual awakening deepens, the body begins to release old memories that were dormant in the subtlest layers of consciousness. This manifests as physical sensations that can be difficult to explain. Pains with no apparent cause, tension appearing out of nowhere, sensations of heaviness in the back or chest, pressure in the head, persistent tingling, or that strange feeling that something is moving inside the body. None of this is random. When awakened energy begins to circulate, it passes through places where unprocessed emotions have been trapped for years, and sometimes even entire lifetimes. That's why so many chosen ones feel as if their emotions are intensified to unusual levels. Small situations trigger deep reactions. Things you used to ignore now feel impossible to tolerate. You become aware of triggers that were always there, but were hidden by busyness and a lack of presence. Awakening works like a great light turned on inside you, illuminating everything that was hidden in the shadows. And when light touches those places, the dormant emotional pain moves, rises, and wants to leave. And that shows up as physical sensations. This process also affects your social relationships. Noisy environments start to bother you. Dense people become almost unbearable to be around. Superficial conversations seem to drain your energy like never before. Crowded places can cause anxiety, irritation, or a sense of suffocation. This doesn't mean you are becoming weak. It means your energetic sensitivity is increasing. You start perceiving vibrations you didn't notice before, and begin to instantly recognize what isn't aligned with your new inner state. This sensitivity also reveals itself in the way you perceive technology, screens, and electromagnetic signals. Some chosen ones report headaches near large TVs, nausea from using cell phones too long, or strange discomfort after hours on the computer. Before, it didn't matter, but now it does, because your system is more refined, purer, more perceptive. The artificial energy from electronic devices becomes more evident to you, and the body reacts. Another profound change occurs in your relationship with silence. Before, silence may have felt uncomfortable. Now, it becomes a sanctuary. You begin to seek quiet spaces without even realizing it. The emotional noise of others weighs more than physical noise. And it is in silence that you finally feel your own energy, previously muffled by distractions. It is there that you can hear your intuition clearly, perceive subtle signs, and understand what your body is trying to communicate. These transformations can cause fear when they happen for the first time. But the fear doesn't come from the process, it comes from lack of understanding. When you realize these changes are signs of deep spiritual realignment, the anxiety decreases. You begin to observe yourself with more gentleness and realize that it's all part of a natural, inevitable, intelligent movement. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is happening against you. Everything is happening for you. Your body is becoming a vessel more prepared to carry light. And that requires release, expansion, sensitivity, and courage. Spiritual awakening is not gentle. It is true. And through these reactions you begin to perceive how deeply you are changing within. Another striking point of this phase is the transformation of emotional cycles. You may go through moments of deep sadness, followed by an inexplicable sense of peace. You may laugh and cry on the same day. You may feel anger without knowing where it came from. And in the next instant, feel love overflowing in your chest as if you had connected to something greater than yourself. These fluctuations are not instability. They are purification. Every emotion that surfaces is being released, not created. You are emptying what you have held inside for too long. And along with the emotions come new perceptions about your own life. You begin to notice patterns you had never seen before. Repetitive behaviors, automatic choices, cycles of self-sabotage, worn-out relationships, and even habits that were dragging your energy down. Suddenly everything becomes too clear. It's like watching your life from the outside, with the truth laid bare. This can be uncomfortable at first, but it is liberating. Clarity is a gift, even when it hurts. As this happens, many awakened people report feeling as if they no longer recognize the life they used to live. Certain goals lose their meaning. Certain careers feel empty. Certain friendships reveal draining dynamics. It's as if your spirit were pulling you toward a different path, even though your mind doesn't yet know which one. You feel that something is ending, something is dissolving, and something new is waiting to be born. This feeling of being between two worlds is common and part of the transition. At the same time, your connection with nature intensifies. Natural places nourish you in a different way. You breathe better, feel more peace, more clarity, more lightness. Trees, rivers, mountains, flowers, everything seems more alive. In truth, you are more alive. Nature hasn't changed. You have. It was always there, but now you have the sensitivity to feel it deeply. That connection can also awaken a desire to temporarily withdraw from heavy environments, draining situations, or people who exhaust your energy. This is not isolation. It is spiritual instinct. Your body protects you, guiding you toward what strengthens you and away from what weakens you. The more you listen to this instinct, the faster your energy stabilizes. And over time, you realize that you are not losing anything. You are gaining awareness. You are reclaiming parts of yourself that have long been dormant. You are remembering who you truly are. Before the fear, before the rush, before the disconnection. Everything the awakening takes away from you was never yours. It was weight. And everything it gives back is essential for the path you are beginning to walk. Spiritual awakening transforms the body, yes, but it transforms the soul even more deeply. You are being reborn into yourself, even if you still cannot explain how. But you don't need to explain. You only need to continue. Another powerful sign that arises on this path is the change in the rhythm of the mind. Many awakened people feel as if they can no longer live on autopilot. The mind, once so fast and noisy, begins to slow down without warning. Old thoughts lose their grip. Worries that once consumed you no longer carry the same weight. It's as if there is now a new space between you and your own thoughts, allowing you to observe them instead of being dominated by them. This can be disorienting at first, because we are used to identifying with everything the mind presents. But the truth is that this separation marks a profound step in spiritual evolution. It shows that you are becoming the observer, no longer the prisoner of internal narratives. This mental space also increases your ability to notice synchronicities. Suddenly, numbers repeat. People appear at just the right moment. Messages arrive with inexplicable precision. Paths open effortlessly, and small coincidences begin to guide you like an intuitive map. This is not imagination. It is alignment. When you awaken, your frequency aligns with the frequency of your purpose, and the universe starts responding much more clearly. You begin to notice signs that were always there, but you were once moving too fast to perceive them. At the same time, the body begins to manifest specific sensations in moments of decision. Pressure in the chest when something doesn't align with your truth. Heat in the stomach when something feels right. Chills when you receive spiritual confirmation. These physical responses are not random. They are your energy field interacting with every choice, every person, every direction. The body becomes an instrument of guidance as precise as intuition itself. Many chosen ones report that after awakening, they simply know when something is for them and when it is not. And together with this material detachment comes the emotional one. People who once occupied an enormous space in your life begin to drift away. Connections dissolve without explanation. Interests change. Priorities transform. This is not loss. It is alignment. Every parting creates space for something more attuned to who you are becoming. And the more you flow with this process, the lighter your journey becomes. This stage of awakening is an invitation to trust the process, even when it feels confusing. The body is changing, the mind is changing, the heart is changing, Gus, all at once. But none of this is happening by accident. You are being emptied so you can be filled again. You are being tuned, adjusted, polished. You are being prepared for a higher level of consciousness, where to live, is not merely to survive, but to manifest, create, and exist with intention. What you are feeling is not disorder. It is transition. As awakening deepens, there is a noticeable expansion in the energetic field. Many awakened souls report feeling as if an aura is becoming stronger, more active, more alive around the body. This may manifest as heat in the hands, vibrations in the feet, tingling in the arms, or that sensation that the air around you feels denser, fuller, more sensitive to touch. Sometimes, when you step into a place or meet someone, the body reacts even before you can rationally understand why. It is your energy field telling you, there is harmony here, or there is resistance here. This expansion allows you to perceive the energy of others more clearly. You can feel when someone is burdened, when they are sad, angry, lying, or disconnected. None of this requires effort. You simply know. It's as if your inner antennas have grown taller, detecting what was once invisible. This rise in energetic awareness can be uncomfortable, because you begin to feel more than you might want to, especially in chaotic or dense environments. But this sensitivity is the very tool that enables the chosen to fulfill their mission. To be a point of light amid the chaos, a nucleus of balance wherever they are. With this energetic expansion, moments of profound spiritual connection also arise. You may feel subtle presences, intuit messages, have deeper meditative experiences, receive sudden inspirations that seem to come from somewhere else. Some people hear soft inner sounds, others feel an intense, unexpected peace. Others see vivid inner images. All of this is part of the expansion of your spiritual perception. The awakening also brings a strong process of emotional purification. Old wounds surface. Forgotten traumas reappear. Memories you thought were resolved resurface again. This does not happen because you are regressing, but because your energy is rising. And everything that doesn't match that rise must be released. It's as if each layer of pain were being dissolved by an inner light that is now stronger than ever. The more you embrace these emotions, the faster they move, and the lighter you become. Another effect of this expansion is increased creativity. Ideas begin to flow easily. Projects, art, solutions, inspiration, all pour forth from a place within you that was once silent. It's as if you've gained access to a greater source, an intelligence that has always been there, waiting to be unleashed. Many awakened people say they feel they are not creating alone, but that something higher is inspiring them directly. This creativity is not only artistic, it is intuitive, practical, spiritual. When the process of spiritual awakening reaches its highest stages, something arises that few understand, but every chosen one experiences. The feeling of being between two worlds. One part of you still moves through material reality, with its demands and responsibilities, but another part already lives in a subtler, more conscious, more connected plane. You begin to realize that you no longer belong to the old world, but have not yet fully entered the new one. This in-between space can be uncomfortable, but it is where the greatest transformations occur. During this transition, you develop a spiritual clarity that changes everything. The masks fall, the illusions dissolve. What once seemed important loses its grip, and what truly matters, peace, truth, love, purpose, becomes the center of your existence. You begin to see life from a higher perspective, as if observing everything from above, understanding movements that once seemed confusing. It is a silent change, but an extremely powerful one. This clarity also reveals the cycles that are coming to an end. Suddenly, you feel that a phase is closing, even if you can't explain why. There is an internal sense of completion, as if something were being concluded within you, making room for something new and unknown. Many awakened ones describe this as a calling, an impulse to move in a different direction, a deep desire to change, to grow, to break away from what no longer sustains your soul. At the same time, a deep compassion for yourself begins to arise. You realize how much you've carried, how much you've fought, how much you've ignored your own needs to fit into a world that was never made for those who see beyond the surface. And for the first time, you allow yourself to be gentle with yourself. You listen, you embrace, you honor yourself. This self-compassion is one of the greatest signs of spiritual maturity. With that, your connection to your purpose strengthens. You feel that you are here for a greater reason, even if you don't yet have all the answers. Your soul begins to send clearer signals, showing the way, attracting people, bringing opportunities closer, awakening gifts and abilities that had long been dormant. You begin to act not out of obligation, but out of alignment. You are not just changing. You are coming home. In the end, all these transformations, physical, emotional, and spiritual, are not signs that something is wrong with you, but that something is finally awakening. The body speaks because the soul is shifting. Every sensation, every fluctuation, and every expansion is part of a greater process, guided by an intelligence that knows exactly where to lead you. Trust it. You are being reborn from the inside out, and none of this is by chance. Now tell me in the comments, which of these signs did you never imagine was part of awakening?